Hey guys, it's Katie. So today I thought that I would do a little first impressions review of the Dior Skin Forever, I'll get there, Perfect Makeup Everlasting Pore Refining Effect with Sunscreen Foundation. Yeah, that's a mouthful. But, so a little backstory behind this foundation. Last night I was watching Jaclyn Hill's video, and honestly she has never looked more pretty ever than I saw her in this video. And it was as soon as she put on that foundation that she was wearing, I was like, okay, what is that? And I just had to have it. So I went out and I got it. I actually had a gift card. Thank you, birthday. And and they had my color. The girl in Sephora matched me to number 31, which is the color Sand. I think it is a bit too dark, but I was able to work with it when I put it on. So this is what I'm wearing right now. And I thought that I would just check in with you guys throughout the day and kind of see how it wears. Let me read you the claims on this foundation first, so that way you kind of have an idea. And then I will tell you a little bit about my skin if you are newer to my channel. Okay, so Sephora does say that it is a newer product, and I don't know if that's because they have added new colors or if it's a reformulated foundation, because when I was searching for reviews online last night, there were lots of reviews for this foundation, at least I think it was this foundation, that were from like 3 years ago. So I was a little confused there. If somebody is very familiar with Dior foundations, let us know down below so that way we can all kind of get a better understanding of this. But Sephora does say that it is a new foundation. Again, it's called the Dior Skin Forever Perfect Foundation Broad Spectrum SPF 35. It is a non-oily textured, ultra-fusional, medium to full coverage fluid foundation that delivers perfectly even color correction. So the things that stand out to me in that is that it is for people who have oily skin, and it's for people who have maybe some redness or sun damage or any sort of dark marks on the face that they need to correct. What it does, get perfect 16-hour foundation coverage and broad spectrum SPF 35 protection from day to evening. This foundation leaves a luminous matte finish, flawless correction, and exceptional comfort. It's enriched with poreless effect skincare essence, leaving the skin's texture looking more refined with each wear. A little bit about my skin. I do have oily skin. I do have a dry under eye area, but overall I have extremely oily skin. Most foundations just cause lots of oils, and I find that it doesn't matter whether I'm wearing makeup or not, my skin still gets just as oily not wearing makeup as it does wearing makeup. So if you are interested in this foundation and you want to see how it wears throughout the day, just keep watching. Hey guys, so I'm going to go ahead and moisturize with this Ole Henriksen Counterbalance Oil Control Hydrator. I've been using this one a lot lately and I actually really like it, so I just put 2 pumps on my clean hands and then kind of press this and rub it into the skin. My face gets so red once I like push products into my face, so it will subside in a minute. This is what the box looks like. I actually got the color number 31, and that's what the lady at Sephora had recommended for me. After looking at it, it looks a little dark, so we'll just have to work with it and hope for the best. This is what the actual bottle looks like. It does have a pump, as it should for a $50 foundation from Dior. I wanted to go ahead and test it out and see if it lives up to my expectations and how it wears throughout the day. So as you can see, like I said, I have some redness right in here. I do have some sun damage on my nose, and then I do have enlarged pores right here, and then a little bit on my forehead. So that's what I'm working with. I do get smile lines right here, so sometimes if it's a heavier foundation, it will start to cake up right in there. But this is a before. Let's see how this looks. So I'm just going to pump a little bit onto the back of my hand. I'll do 2 pumps. And so the consistency, I wouldn't say it's thick, I wouldn't say it's runny, it's right in between. And yeah, it doesn't seem too thick at all. The claims on this are that it is a medium to full coverage foundation, and then it says that it's also supposed to last 16 hours, so we'll just see about that. I'm just gonna dot a little bit, and then if I need to add more, I'll go ahead and do that. The color is a little dark. It's a little orange for me. but I can make it work with concealer. So far it is evening out my skin tone, but I don't see any pore refining going on at all. I'm gonna go in with a little bit that I have left on my face and just kind of build it up right in here and see what that does to my pores and the redness that's under there. I should have done one side with a beauty blender, but honestly, because this isn't really giving full coverage, in my opinion, I think that the Beauty Blender would just sheer it out a little bit too much. So I definitely would not say that this is a full coverage foundation. I would say it's maybe medium coverage. Okay, I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer so that way you can get a close look of what it looks like right after application. So here it is. Obviously, I didn't bring it all the way up to my under eye area because I am going to put concealer on under there. But you can see that I still have a little bit of redness peeking through here. I didn't want to build it up too much and then have it just make a big old mess on my face. But I do think that it gives medium coverage and it's a little bit more of like a satin finish on the face. It's not super, super matte, which is something that I've kind of come to expect with foundations that claim to be extremely long wearing or for oily skin. But this one has a really nice finish. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup and then I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I'm checking in with you guys a little bit earlier than I had expected because obviously the rest of my makeup is not done. I just put some concealer underneath my eyes and I think I'm just going to put one more pump with a beauty blender on top of this and see if I can build up the coverage a little bit without making it look too cakey. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to put a little bit more right here and I feel like I've already put a lot on. Like I usually don't wear this much foundation because I wear more full coverage foundations and then I just use very little. I'd rather do that than build up a bunch of product on my face because then that's when it can really start to look cakey. But let's see how this goes. Okay, now I do think with a beauty blender it did blend it out a little bit better and provided a little bit more coverage. Even though I thought originally that the brush would give better coverage. However, this product does claim to be pore refining and I do see the pores on my face right in here, which is where I usually see them. So far, I don't know. I'm going to powder my face and then I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and then I'll check in with you guys throughout the day. Okay guys, so this is me with my makeup on, or the rest of my makeup. I do have some highlighter on and I am using the NARS highlighting palette and then I use the NARS concealer under my eyes and I'm going to show you guys this because I'm obsessed with these lately. This is the Bare Minerals liquid lipstick in the color Slay and this is the Bare Minerals gloss in the color Forbidden. These glosses are great lip toppers. Like some, like the Buxom glosses, they tend to cause your lipstick to separate on your lips, but this doesn't, and it makes it doesn't. That sounded really weird. But this lip gloss does it, and it makes your liquid lipstick feel more moisturizing, and it lasts a really long time too. So I'm really obsessed with this combo here. So that's what I'm wearing on my lips. So yeah, now that the rest of my makeup is on, I'm kind of liking the foundation a little bit more. Do I think it's pore refining? Not at all. You probably can still see my pores right in here. I don't think that it's full coverage either. I think that it is medium coverage, but we'll see if it lasts as long as it says it's supposed to. So I'm going to just go about my day. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm going to clean the house. This house is a mess. So I'm going to go do that, and then I will check in with you guys a little bit later. Okay guys, so it's been, what time? I don't even think I told you what time I started. I started at 1. It's now 3 o'clock, so it's been 2 hours. It's 3:02. You see that? Prove it to the people. It's 3:03. So it's been 2 hours. I just reapplied my lip gloss and my liquid lipstick because I ate lunch. I've been doing like low carbs, so I had like some ground beef on butter lettuce with some cheese and salsa. So good. Anyways, you guys don't care about that. So it's been 2 hours and I wanted to check in with you guys and see what is up with my face. This does absolutely nothing for pore refining. Just throwing that out there. Because I use the Hourglass primer, which usually does a pretty good job of like filling in pores and smoothing everything out, but I can definitely still see my pores on my face. I mean, like, we have pores, we need to just get over it, but like, I don't know. I feel like they're kind of obvious. So I'm going to bring you guys in a little bit. I will say that I don't feel greasy at all. So I appreciate that. Like, I have like obviously highlighter all over my face, but I'm not oily. And even at 2 hours, that's kind of a big deal for me. So come closer. Okay, so I think at this point you guys can kind of see the pores that I have right in here. They're definitely visible. My smile lines are starting to come in, but at least the makeup is not caking up. I think that that's due to the fact that I try not to wear a ton of product on my face. Remember, I literally just did the foundation, and then I put a little bit of powder over my face with my bronzer and highlighter, but I try not to put too much foundation in that area just so that it doesn't start to cake up once I get more oily. But so far, so good. I do think that this is a foundation that is going to look better as the day goes on, because right away it looked a little, I don't know, like what I was really focusing on is my pores, but now I think that like a little bit of oil has like mixed in with the foundation and it just looks a little bit more alive, a little bit more youthful. I think that my skin actually looks pretty good from afar, and it does look good on camera, at least I think, but when you really look up close, you can definitely see the pores right in here. So this does absolutely nothing for pore refining, but at the same time it did say over time, so we'll see about that, Dior. I like it better now than I did 2 hours ago. All right, I'm back. It is 6:46. I have to say that now I kind of love it. I knew after like I put it on, I kind of had a feeling that I was going to like it more as the day went on, and that is definitely true. Just in case you're wondering, right now I'm wearing Huda Beauty Liquid Matte in the color Gossip Girl. Now that you're really up close and personal, you can kind of see that I do have some shine right in here. I always get really shiny right in here, so I mean, I'm used to that. However, I do have to say that I'm not as shiny as I usually am in my forehead. So I mean, go down a little bit. Usually it's pretty oily right in here, and it's actually not bad. Like, I definitely look glowy, but I don't feel like I look greasy, at least. At least I don't think so. Those of you who have dry skin and are watching this are probably like, oh my gosh, she needs to blot. But in reality, like, this is not what I would consider oily at the point where I needed to blot just yet. So after 6 hours and 46 minutes of wear, I can't really complain. But I did notice that in the beginning, my pores were really noticeable, and now I think that my natural oils have mixed with the foundation a little bit. They don't look as bad. It's almost like the natural oils on my face are giving my face a little bit of glow, and that's almost kind of minimizing the look of my pores, if that makes sense. It's kind of like if you have really large pores and you put a really matte foundation over the top of that, you can kind of see the pores emphasized a little bit more. Whereas if you put a glowy foundation on top of enlarged pores, it kind of hides them and blurs them a little bit better. It's exactly what's going on with my face right now. So in the beginning, I could see the pores a lot more than I can now. To me, they're not quite as noticeable as they were when I first applied the foundation. I see absolutely no separation. It's not breaking up anywhere, not even in the middle of my forehead or on my nose or on my chin, that's where I would get separation with a foundation. So that's good. It's not breaking up at all. And I do think that it's kind of controlling the oil on my face. I mean, it was hot today, so it was about like 82. And I was like outside, we went and ran errands, so I actually really like it, guys. Like, I'm into it. You can kind of see right here where the foundation is kind of getting trapped in those smile lines, but I mean, if you're younger and you do not have wrinkles right there, then you won't have to worry about that. But it's not that bad. It's not enough to make me not like the foundation. So I will try to check in one more time before I take off my makeup, but I'm prepping food right now and I hear the oven alarm going off and Ricky calling me, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so it is now 9:44. I've had this foundation on for almost 9 hours, I believe. I put it on at 1 o'clock. So This is what my face looks like now. As you can see, I do feel like I need to blot at this point, and I probably started feeling like I needed to blot about an hour ago, but that's pretty good. As you can see, my face looks pretty glowy, but it didn't really start to feel greasy until about an hour ago. Personal. As you can see my pores right here, and this is where you see the most shine. I do have a little bit of shine on my forehead, but it's really not as bad as it has been with other foundations, so I'm actually really impressed. Like I said, I haven't blotted all day long, and this is what I'm working with. So for someone who has extremely oily skin like I do, this is pretty good. There hasn't been any breakup anywhere on my face at all. Sometimes I will get a little bit of foundation breakup on my chin, on my forehead, or even a little bit on my nose, but I mean, it's all still there. Like, the foundation hasn't left my face. The only thing is that I'm starting to get really oily. So, oddly enough, I can't find any blotting papers around my house, which is very odd for someone who has very oily skin. But I'm going to take this receipt, and I'm just going to... I'm just going to blot some of the oil off of my face, and you can see that there's quite a bit of oil there. So I'm gonna go through this and see how that works. Okay, so it took the oil off of my forehead. Hopefully you can see that, but it didn't take the foundation off with it. So I would assume that if you did this with a regular blotting sheet, that it would perform the same way. So much better, right? Like, just a little blotting. So now what I want to do is I want to see if if I can put some powder on top of it and see if it looks like cakey or anything. So give me 1 second. So I wouldn't usually use a brush like this for powder, but I'm washing my brushes right now, and so this is the closest thing that I have to a powder brush. This is the Sephora Pro Angled Blush Brush, the number 49, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this MAC Mineralize powder, and I'm just going to dab a little bit of this in the oily areas and see if it gets kind of cakey. Okay guys, this is good. This is really good. To me, it doesn't look cakey at all. It doesn't look powdery. Guys, I think I've done it. I think I found a new really good foundation. This is really good. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Oh, I'm gonna stop talking now. 2 big thumbs up for this foundation. I love it. Highly recommend it. At least get yourself a sample, try it out for yourself, see what you think. Don't forget to let me know what you think. You can follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Let me know what you think of the foundation if you try it. And if you have any other foundations that you would like me to review, definitely let me know down below, because I'm always foundation shopping. I'm always looking for the latest and greatest. But that is all I have for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!